Well, let's see if we can get an early morning quick trade, shall we?
Wait. Matron, take them away.
And a warm welcome to one and all. If this is your first time here, big fella, that is the Scruffy Trader. And if you've been here before, welcome back. But what we're doing today is I'm having a look at New Zealand US. It's currently just turned 7 o'clock in the morning. And I kind of set this up and I'm looking for a quick trade. Now, I've already told the guys in the Discord, if we flick this over, I shall show you. Something that I do for them regular. I'm saying regular, I do it every day. I will tell them what it is that I'm looking at, why I'm looking at it, and what I expect out of it, etc. And they've already seen this. We're about to now trade it. And why do we do that? Well, a little bit harder to do it before than it is retrospective. I've got no time for retrospective charts unless I'm showing an example of something. But if I'm trading, I'll tell them what I'm doing before I do it. That's what I think's fair. And that's what sets this channel aside from other channels. You'll see some out there that will promise you the earth. And there'll be big names amongst that. But they won't do this. Why? Well, I can only speculate, and I'll let you work that one out, and you can drop it in the comments as to why they won't tell you what they're doing beforehand, and they like to cherry pick charts. Makes you think, doesn't it? I don't cherry pick anything. Why? I have full faith in my abilities. So what is the ability? Well, the ability is being able to generate a wage from these markets. And that's what I'm trying to do. Now, I have key points marked here. One of them's here, which it's starting to breach now. Here, here, and here. These are the kind of 4 entry points that I'm reasonably interested in. Personally, I want to come down into these levels first. But there's a lot of double D. And double D, if you don't know what that is, it's dominant direction to the upper side. So I'm keeping an eye on that. But let's have a look at this market. Why? Well, you can see it's been pushing up steadily. And there's a lot of pressure coming in. Well, if there's a pressure coming in, it's coming up to this key point. I kind of want to see it close above it to run up to here. But if it isn't going to close above it, I want it to run down slightly to give it a decent run at it. That will give me the same amount of profit with a little bit of pain. Now, if I drop this out to a daily, we can start seeing this greater as well. There's the big thumper. It's found its bottom, and now it seems to be pushing up. Now, even if this is just sort of a relaxation of the major moves, and we're only looking for 5 to 10 pips, we can find that. So the dominant direction is definitely to the upside. You kind of see it coming in now. So I'll be looking to start up here somewhere in this white section. Let's have a look at it. But what's happening is it seems to be struggling this level, which is kind of why I want to push it over. We can put an order in here and then follow the price down, which is quite wise. But if I put an order there, I might get dragged in a little bit too early. So I'll have to sort of sit and think on this. But my aim is to get up into this, well into this green section. We kind of measure out 10 pips. We'll kind of give you an idea of how far we have to go. So there's roughly 10 pips. So from there into the green is not that bad. We can get our money from there. And I did a similar thing yesterday with the euro. It's kind of the end of the night, and there was a quick 10 pips to be had. So I thought, well, why not? You know, I was away the weekend, and sometimes it's nice to have a break. You need a break, and you need a coffee, because we all know Scruffy likes it coffee. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to watch it. I'll leave the camera running so you can see the order go in. I'll come back to you at the end. Now, I do have a morning call meeting with the Scruffy squad at 10 to 8 each morning. And what that is, we all get together. Kind of show you, give you an indication of what we do. We have a Zoom call where it's face-to-face. And we talk about the issues of the day, what worries us, what chart we're looking at, that sort of thing. And because it's live and interactive, it's wonderful. And we share our screens and we can talk. And I do that every morning with the guys, Monday through Friday, unless we're on holiday or something like that. But it's predominantly every day. And it's a wonderful thing. So if you're interested in trading, do come along to the Scruffy squad. It's a good group. Well, of course I'm going to say it's a good group because I moderate it, but it genuinely is. It genuinely is a good group. But let me do my trade. If the camera switches off at about 10 to, don't worry. You know what's coming. And I'll switch it back on when I finish the meeting at 8:30ish, come 9 o'clock. Catch you soon. Okay, guys, I'm back. Had a great meeting with the guys, and in that meeting, funny enough, we were discussing this as well, just what we're talking about. But it's entered into the trade, and I'll just quickly show you. That is there. I've got 66 quid out of it already because it entered in, went up. I've taken so much off, and I've put it at risk-free, so I can't lose. And what I may do, I may add into this as this comes down, add into it again for the next push up, because I don't think the conditions have really changed that much. But I'll review that at 9 o'clock. It's currently 22. And if not, I'll just let it run. But at the moment, it's risk-free. I've been paid. Happy days. Okay, guys, it's come down and stopped me out. So this trade is kind of finished for this moment. So I'm going to take that pending order out. It's done pretty much what I said it would do. And if we sort of look across the stall points that I put in, I said it would come down to here. Well, it went straight through and found its level here. Held it perfectly, and then ran off up to give me some money. Now, the idea was for a continuation to see if it'll run up to here. Now, it may well do it a bit later on today, and who knows, might have an opportunity to go back to market. If it did run in further, I had waiting orders stacked to pick them up and catch that momentum moving forward. Didn't happen. It came down. But what I had done is the sensible thing, which is take money out of it here and then pull it into risk-free. And it meant I'm paid for what I do. I'm not sitting in too much heat. And if the heat does come back, which obviously it did, so what? I was paid, and it wasn't going to cost me anything if it went any further against me. Now, this is what trading's all about. You know, the idea is to get in, get paid with as little pain as possible. When I see these people saying, oh, you let it run, and if it comes back, you just let it relax, go through, go into negative territory, and then run up to target. Well, if you see it coming back to your starting position, take it out. Take it off the table. Let it run past where you would have gone in. You can always re-enter. One of the dumbest things I ever saw, you know, you see it all the time. I mean, there's an advert on the front of my videos all the time. Trade without emotion. And they tell you to do this. It's suicide. Why is it suicide? Because you know it's going to go into negative equity. If it's going to go into negative equity, get your money out. And there's nothing wrong with putting it back in. There isn't. So you can let it run past where your entry point is. Put the order back where it would have been. And the only way that'll get triggered is if it comes back and takes you in. It's a safer way to trade, guys. Safer way. Maybe I'm wrong. You know, tell me I'm wrong. Put it in the comments. I'm always interested in your thoughts. And if you think I'm right and you like the way that I trade, check out the way of the Scruff. That's now part of the modules for the Scruffy squad. And it's a bite-sized chunk. I wouldn't call it a course, but it's a step-by-step guide of how I trade. And you'll see it clearly laid out for you. Can't make it any fairer than that. And of course, every day, as you saw, we have the open chats. I tell the guys what I'm doing before I trade. Well, that's a skill. And then if I get it wrong, I get it wrong. But more often than not, I get it right. I'm still holding a 90% hit rate. And I've held that all this year. So that's why you see a lot of winners. I'm very choosy about what I trade. I don't go at the market willy-nilly. I do the homework first. And that'll make you a lot of money as well. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed. But above all, do what you love. And the money will follow. See you all in the next one.